Before I come to that, let's understand what is our food, what we are eating, how safe is our food. All of you saw this news sometime back. Pesticide residues in soft drinks and bottled water, but forgot the next day. Have you ever thought, how did pesticide residues come into this bottled water or soft drinks? If bottled water and soft drinks had pesticide residues, the water you use to make your tea and coffee also must be having, but we never worried about it. The news is short. The next day we forgot about it. At least this must be in your memory. Noodles having heavy metals. How many of you thought, how did these heavy metals reach the noodles? If lead has to be added to the noodles, probably lead is more costlier than the noodles. So nobody will add it, but it came. How did it come? If the ingredients used to make noodles had the lead, but the atta, your chapati, atta which is used to make your chapati also must be having, or the samosa which you are eating also must be having, right? But we don't connect the dots. Same is the story when you hear a story about pesticide residues in vegetables. You all got horrified. You all get horrified, but forget it in the evening. We all think food, if you buy in a good place, if you eat it in a good hotel, it's safe. Food is only as safe as it is grown. End of pipe solution. The pesticides which are used in agriculture, less than 1% actually kills the insects. 99% gets into the water, gets into the air, and comes back into your food. We look at it very casually. Everything which is happening around us, we look at it very casually. I'll take an example. While I was taking the lunch, I saw people painting there. What is that? Spray paint. Where does it go? What off is into the air? You are all eating there. It comes there. We are all educated. We feel we can make connections we never made. And we expect that farmer will make those connections and produce safe food for all of us. I think that's where there is the disconnect between what we observe, what we know, and how we act is the serious problem. It's not only about the pesticides, antibiotics or growth hormones which are used in production, but also how they are processed. You might have heard the story last 1 week, 10 days, which was doing rounds in all the media, artificially ripened fruits. But why fruits are ripened artificially? If all of you want to eat fruits in off season, how do they do it? How do they do it? If you want mangoes in May, how do you get mangoes? You have to cut unripened ones, ripen it artificially, and sell it to you. The carbide ripening, the bananas which are seen uniformly yellow, what are they? They're all carbon ripened. The apples, the shiny apples which you see, what are they? When were they produced? Where were they produced? Do you know? California apples. You get apples from California. Can you keep it fresh? They're coated with wax. Go back to home, take out the apples in your fridge, just scrape it. You'll see the wax. We are eating all that. The watermelons which are red in color today, they're injected with injections. Color, they're injected with growth hormones. The milk which is sold, you might have seen in the news for the last several years, there are reports which says the milk is contaminated with synthetic milk. If you want to have milk at 40 rupees a liter, that's what you get. We want food cheaper. And there is a competition between the companies. They pay low to the farmers. They also contaminate and then get away with that. All brands of milk sold in Hyderabad were found to have contaminated with the synthetic milk.